French in Lucknow. Learn French in a smarter way.
Bonjour mes amis et bienvenue sur notre chaîne frenchinlucknow.com. Hello my friends and welcome to our channel frenchinlucknow.com. My name is Amit, je m'appelle Amit et aujourd'hui, today, on va comprendre les conjugaisons de verbes en français. The conjugation of verbs in French. Allez-y, let's go. La première chose que vous devez comprendre, c'est que the first thing which you need to understand is that in all the languages there are thousands of action words which are following some patterns in their original form, in their base form, which we also call infinitive form. For example, in English, all the action words, the verbs in their infinitive form are always written with to. For example, to eat, to go, to sit, to climb, to play, to run, etc. The pattern in Hindi is that all the verbs in their infinitive form, in their original form, they are always ending with na. For example, khelna, आना जाना गाना सोना पाना खोना rona, komsa, like that. So, when we use these verbs in a sentence, then we change the verb from their infinitive form to according to the subject category. Now, what are these subject category? They exist in all the languages. These subject categories, when there is a communication, a conversation, there is always a person who is speaking, right? Like right now, I'm speaking, and there is always a person who's listening, like you are listening, or and there would be someone or something about whom we would be talking or we are talking. Okay, the person who is speaking is the first person, the person who is listening is the second person, and the person about whom we are talking or that thing would be termed as third person. Now, if the person is alone like me right now, so that would be termed as first person singular, and the person who is listening, if you all are listening to it right now, you are second person plural case. If we are talking about something outside this conversation, then that would be third person single thing, singular, more than one, plural. So this way, the subject is always categorized in these six categories: first person, second person, third person, singular, and plural, like this. So this happens in all the languages. So according to the subject category, the verb change itself. This process is called verb conjugation. Now there are certain words which replaces the noun. They are termed as pronoun, and when they are acting as the subject in the sentence, they are called subject pronouns. These words in English are I, you, he, it, she, it, we. This is singular we all, which we also can term as we, you all, or you, and they. This is ILS is masculine or mixed group of they people, and L is also they, but it is for feminine group. So, and their French versions are je, tu, il, elle, on, nous, vous, il, and elle. Here, je, première personne singulière, tu, deuxième personne singulière, je parle, tu écoutes. I speak, you listen. Il means he or it. Elle means she or it. On, singular we, addressing yourself, paying some respect to yourself. Nous, we all or we. Vous, you all or you, and il means they. D'accord. Now, according to these subject pronouns, the verb changes itself. For example, the verb is to play in English, because this process happens in all the languages. The verb to play, khelna, which, so if I'm using with I, we will remove this TO2 and I will write I play. Similarly, but if I'm using with he, so it will become he plays. Now, the verb is changing itself like this. So this process that changes in the verb's infinitive form according to the subject category with which it is being used, this process is called verb conjugation process. Sometimes this process follows some patterns. Then the verb is termed as regular verb, but so many times these patterns are not followed. Like for example, the verb to go or to be. With I, this verb to be becomes am. With you, it becomes are. With he, she, it becomes is. How drastically it is changing itself according to the subject pronouns, subject categories. These verbs are termed as irregular verbs, and those verbs which are following patterns, they are called as regular verbs. So in all the languages, there are thousands of regular verbs, thousands of irregular verbs, but in irregular verbs also there are a few patterns. We will understand those also in here to make it easy. But first, let's take the regular verbs in French. Regular verbs, all the verbs in French, just like in English, it starts with TO2 in their infinitive forms. In Hindi, they are always ending with na, khana, pina, ana, jana, like that. In French, the verbs are always going to end with er in their infinitive form, of course, with er or ir or re. For example, here, arriver, rougir, vendre. Many more examples will be given to you. So, these are regular verbs. They are following some patterns. How we are going to conjugate these verbs according to the subject categories, let's see that. So, for er ending verb, which are simplest one, we cut the er ending. Whatever is left is called the root or the radical. That root is written with each and every subject category, and then these endings are added: e, es, ons, ez, and ent. So this is French présent tense, which represents two English tenses, that is simple present or present indefinite tense and present progressive or present continuous tense. So when you say j'arrive, so je means I and arrive is to arrive. So together it will give two meanings. I arrive and I am arriving. This. I arrive and I am arriving. Two meanings will come out of this. Similarly, tu arrives, you arrive. You are arriving. Il, elle, on arrive. He arrives. She arrives. It arrives. We arrive. He is arriving. She is arriving. It is arriving. And we are arriving. Nous arrivons. We all are arriving. We arrive. Vous arrivez. You all are arriving. You arrive. Il, elle arrive. They arrive. For IR ending verbs, again, we cut IR, write down the radical root with each and every subject category. There are six. As you can see, the endings are is, it, ison, ise, is. Okay, is, is, it, ISS, ONS, ISS, EZ, ISS, ENT. Je rougis, tu rougis, ils ont rougi, nous rougissons, vous rougissez, elles rougissent. Now, RE ending verbs are kind of dustbin because all the irregular verbs are here. They shift their patterns very quickly. But the first and foremost pattern is this, where we cut RE and we add the endings SS, nothing, ONS, EZ, and ENT. This is the basic pattern for the normal regular verbs. Here are some ER ending verbs. Aimer, appeler, arriver, chercher, commencer, demander, écouter, jouer, laisser, manger. Here are some IR ending regular verbs, just like ER ending regular verbs. Réussir, grossir, maigrir, réfléchir, réagir, remplir, obéir, vieillir, finir, choisir. Then comes these four boss verbs, être, avoir, faire, and aller, which are completely irregular verbs. In the upcoming videos, we will be understanding the 15 to 20 patterns which will help you in understanding all the verb conjugations. So stay tuned with us and next video we will learn the irregular forms of the verbs. C'est tout pour la classe aujourd'hui. Au revoir et à bientôt. Merci beaucoup.